Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Saturday, August 13, 2016, around 6:28 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. It's going to be a damp and cloudy day in eastern New England, back to a cool front, so it will be only in the 70s, perhaps 80, west of 495, especially from Worcester on west, heat and humidity, so 90s woo in western Massachusetts. Some news to report. Boston Red Sox beat the Arizona Diamondbacks by the score of 9-4. The Aberdeen Ironbirds beat the Lowell Spinners by the score of 2-0. And it's Happy International Left-Handers Day. And that's about it on the news. My first video blog subject of the day is a continuation of the top 100 greatest Major League Baseball pitchers of all time. I now have number 90 through 81 on this blog, and here they are. Number 90 on this list of the greatest Major League Baseball pitchers of all time, Jonathan Papelbon, who's currently pitching for the Nationals. Great closer. He pitched for the Red Sox, Phillies, and now Nationals. He's the only Major League Baseball closer of all time to hold the save record for two different teams. All-time save leader for the two different teams. That's amazing. And he's going to be a future Hall of Famer, in my humble opinion. Number 89 on this list of the greatest Major League Baseball pitchers of all time, Charlie Hough, knuckleball pitcher who had a over 20-year career with the Dodgers, the Rangers, the White Sox, and the Marlins. He was like a durable starter while pitching for the Rangers. Sometimes he would start 40 games during a season because of knuckleball, made a few all-star teams. He finished with an exact career record of 500, 216 wins, 216 losses. That's good. Number 88 on this list of the greatest Major League Baseball pitchers of all time, Milt Pappas. Milt Pappas pitched in the 50s, 60s, and 70s for the Reds, the Orioles, and the Cubs. He won over 200 games despite never having a 21 season. He pitched a no-hitter in 1972 with the Cubs. He was 1 out away for a perfect game, that no-hitter, but he walked the batter. Number 87 on this list of the greatest Major League Baseball pitchers of all time, Joe Niekro, another knuckleball pitcher who's been over 20 years pitching in the big leagues for many teams. He had some of his best success for the Houston Astros, where he won a couple of times, 20 games. He was accused sometimes of doctoring the baseball, which landed him a suspension. He passed away in 2006 suddenly. Number 86 on this list of the greatest Major League Baseball pitchers of all time, Joe Nathan, a closer who mainly had his success with the Minnesota Twins. He also was with the Texas Rangers and the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago Cubs. He's 8th on the all-time save list. He was one time AL World Relief Man of the Year. Number 85 on this list of the greatest Major League Baseball pitchers of all time, Clark Griffin. Clark Griffin won 237 games during the turn of the 20th century, pitching for many teams. He eventually owned the Washington Senators for 34 years between 1920 and 1954. He was voted into the Hall of Fame in 1946. Number 84 on this list of the greatest Major League Baseball pitchers of all time, Frank Sweet Music Viola. Frank had a 14-year career in Major League Baseball with the Twins, the Mets, the Red Sox, and the Reds, and the Blue Jays. He's a two-time 20-game winner for the Minnesota Twins in 1988, and then for the New York Mets in 1990. He won Cy Young in 1988 by winning 24 games. He was a runner-up for the Cy Young in the National League in 1990. He had a good split finger fastball. Number 83 on this list of the greatest Major League Baseball pitchers of all time, Johan Santana. Johan pitched for the Twins and the Mets, and he's trying to make a comeback for a couple of teams. He was probably a dominant starter in the AL in the mid-2000s, winning the Cy Young in 2004, 2006. He led the American League in wins, strikeouts, and ERA in 2006, the Triple Crown of pitching. He pitched the first no-hitter in New York Mets history, but he wasn't the same pitcher after that because of arm trouble. Number 82 on this list of the greatest Major League Baseball pitchers of all time, Jeff Whitten, nicknamed the Terminator. He was known for having a long beard. He pitched 15 seasons in the bigs with the Mets, the Expos, the Twins, the Red Sox, the Braves, the Reds, and the Yankees, having over 360 saves. At one time, he held the all-time save leader in Major League Baseball history, but eventually that was surpassed by Lee Smith. And he was infamous for, in 2005, like robbing a bank because his son passed away a year earlier and he didn't get through that. It's too bad. And number 81 on this list to end it right now is Dwight Gooden, Dr. K, the Doc, who pitched for the Mets, the Yankees, and the Indians. He was such a great strikeout pitcher. He won the Cy Young in 1985. He was on his way to a Hall of Fame career, but before drugs and alcohol got in his way, which was pretty sad, because Gooden was one of those pitchers who was dominating. If he didn't have any demons, he probably would have had over 300 wins, probably a few Cy Youngs, and probably over 3,000 strikeouts, and he probably would have been the first ballot Hall of Famer. And the New York Mets would have probably retired as number 16, but that's the way it is. And that's about it on that. Tomorrow will be from numbers 80 through 71. 2 more video blogs coming for you today. One will be about the former reality television series that was on ABC for about 4 years in the 80s. That's incredible. And third and final video blog of the night is a personality profile. Tonight's personality profile is Bill Simmons, who works for HBO. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Butter guy. Molly Roseblood, WCCOX, and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hot So Sunny, she's the best. Amy Squeezy's awesome Amy. Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11 in New York, Sextra Cougar. She's got the best legs of any TV weather lady in New York City. And Bob Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent. Goodbye.